Hello everyone and welcome to Gierok Farms. It is a damp morning here on the dairy farm. My dad and I have been milking cows this morning and I just stepped away from that real quick to push up the hay in the calf barn, and then I'm gonna push up the hay here in the bull barn slash heifer barn, and then we'll get back in there to milking. There we go, all the hay is fed in the calf barn and the bull barn. We aren't feeding a crazy amount, being we don't have a lot of cattle here in the yard. Our pregnant heifers and dry cows are all up in the back 80 there grazing on their little summer vacation right now. I'm gonna head back over to the dairy barn to help Dad finish milking. Soon here he'll be switching cows, which is where a guy needs the extra help. So we got all the switch cows in the barn and we got them started milking, and Dad, he's been going on about how he's got a bit of a prediction. He thinks our older brown Swiss cow has got something special going on. He wanted to share it with you guys.
Well, I think that she's pregnant with twins. Now, she's a twin. She's had a set of twins already. And her milk production kind of tapered off here over the last month. She's due, so what are we now? We're late June. So already a couple weeks ago we were already thinking this, and she's due later October, which I can bump quite a bit of calf in there already. Just because it's pasture, we're drying her up, she's gonna go up and have her free time up there to grow her calves, and I guess there's always a chance we're not right, but I think the odds are that it is.
Yeah, he wants to give her some extra time on her dry period so that she can raise 2 calves instead of 1.
She doesn't have the prettiest udder anymore and all that, but we don't have the vets do any checking anymore or anything unless they're here for some other reason. I mean, now it all gets so expensive, we're able to pretty much keep track of that, whether it's a bump, my records, because we don't have so much. I mean, I feel like we got a real good sense of what's going on in here without using all that. Usually, once you do this long enough, you just know.
Yeah.
You know, history shows you're figuring it out, but it doesn't really matter. So it's not like her being dry an extra month's gonna cost us anything. You know, with the pastures, we had all this rain now, we got plenty of grass, and I kind of like that. Every now and then we'll do that where we'll dry a cow up earlier just because we need the room. Like this one too, I'm not 100% positive, but she's got something going on in the hip here, and I don't know if, you know, fell down or bumped herself or got in a fight with something, but it's been going on for a couple months already. It seems like when she's got to cross the gutter, she's real hesitant. It's like making that big step. Again, we're gonna dry her up, the production's gone, and just leave her to pasture. She'll come in, you know, late in the fall, and I think she's gonna make a good cow yet. She's young, so she can heal up.
Yeah, give her time to rest. Get
her off the concrete.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
So yeah, leave your comments down below what you think this brown Swiss is gonna do. The odds are in her favor, that's for sure. It would make sense.
But I mean, I can feel them there pretty good already for October. That's a ways out. I mean, I had vets tell me you're not gonna bump a calf 3 months out, and I bumped them 3.5 to almost 4. You won't do it every time. It depends on where it is, you know, in her. So, but that's the one thing about a stall barn. We're able to, you know, do a little something on a regular basis. I compare my records, and I'll make a little note, and it helps me dry them up on time. That's the part about being a good dairyman, being very connected. You know, you just know, like your own kids, you just know. You know when what's normal, what's not, when you see the different signs. But Swiss kind of got their own. I want to think out of the dairy breeds, they're the most kind of off the charts. You know, they just do different things. They don't show heats the same.
Their cycle's a bit different.
Yeah. In the dairy breeds, I know they're 11 days longer gestation. We put our bred date down, we add 11 days. And they claim that's the only breed. Now I'm wondering if there's some beef breeds that may be like that. And this, there's something about the Swiss, they claim that's the oldest known breed in the world. Like it was somewhere in the Bible even, it mentioned something that refers that was, and I don't know, when they get older and you watch them walk through the pasture like they're walking home, they almost look a little prehistoric, you know, the big boned and of course stubborn, not the smartest cows in the world. When you got a wheelbarrow of feed you're trying to dump someplace where they can get at it, they're not happy unless they tip it over, I guess.
So there's a little insight on what's going on with one of our cows here, one of our dairy cows. So we're gonna get back to changing units and finish up with milking here. Okay, we finished up with milking. I just finished up washing up in the milk house, and soon here we'll be letting out the dairy herd. But right now Dad, he's cleaning out the alleyway in the calf barn. While he's doing that, I wanted to mention that because of how wet this spring has been, it's been hard to manage manure. Our manure storage is filling up. We just haven't had a lot of places to spread manure yet. If you pay attention to the channel, you might be wondering where the hay baling videos are. Well, we haven't baled any hay yet this year, and it's already June 23rd is when I'm filming this, so we're getting pretty late. This is definitely one of the latest first crops we've ever had, but at least all the hay that's left is our grassier hay that rotates into pastures, so we're not too worried about it, but it kind of is what it is. But as for the manure, we're excited for this next week here because they're showing some dry weather, so we can get some of that spread off on some of our pastures that we cut, along with some of this hay that we need to harvest yet. So once we get the cows out of the barn, we gotta clean the gutter, and we'll probably be putting it on the spreader and just leaving it on there for now, and it'll get spread later this week. He's kind of using our manure attachments as a bit of a wall to kind of create a little bit of like a manure pit or manure bunker, I guess you could call it. We're fortunate enough where not all of our manure is liquid, so we're able to, you know, store it a bit easier than if it was all liquid manure. The bedding pack stuff kind of helps hold it in a nice pile. Ideally, we wouldn't have had this much. We would have had it spread a week ago, but we just haven't been able to get that last stretch of hay off. Now that Dad's done scraping manure, I'm gonna get these cows let out so they can get back out on pasture and enjoy that nice grass. The cows are making their way out to pasture. The sun is starting to come out now, so that'll be good. I'll start to dry things up. Might be able to get something done this week when it comes to haying. The barn is all cleaned up, and we lined up in there to help dry things out because it's been so damp and humid lately. It's very important to try to keep your facilities dry and clean as possible when it gets damp like this. But we were gonna switch over to the last little bit of morning chores. We have to grind a batch of corn. We're gonna grind half a batch of corn just because it's been so wet. It's not so bad in the cribs, especially cob corn like that. It's not heating or anything like that, but once we grind it, then it can really pack and start to heat, and we don't want that, especially in the bin in the barn. So we're only gonna grind half a batch. That's a great feeling having the feed in the bin. I seen about half the dairy herd has made their way up to the top of the hill, which is great to see. There is a light breeze now, so I think it's gonna be a really nice day for grazing. Yeah, we're gonna get some sun as well. But I'm gonna end off the video here. Thank you all for coming along with. Thank you for sticking to the end. Nice little chore video today. Make sure to stay tuned for some of our baling videos. We should have some out here soon once the weather turns and becomes a bit more summer weather like and things dry off around here. So remember, subscribe, share, like, check us out at GierokFarms.com. We got some hats on there yet. So that is it. We will see you all next time.